The only Toyota Tacoma accessories you really need. You don't have to go crazy modding your truck if you're really not into it. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Robmotive. And that's right, I wanted to run through a few of the only Toyota Tacoma accessories you really need. You know, I think with all the modders out there, including myself, it can become a bit overwhelming. And you might even think that you have to go crazy and do all these things if you're going to do anything at all. It's simply not true. There's only about 6 things that you really need to make your Toyota Tacoma ownership a little bit more pleasant. And we're going to run through them. But real quick, if you haven't before, make sure you smash that notification bell and click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. So let's jump right into it. Number 1, the bed mat. You know, I've talked about this before, so I'm not going to go into it at length, but the bed mat is a must. Whether you buy the OEM type that says Tacoma on it like this, which gives the best coverage, by the way, or even just a stall mat from Tractor Supply or something that'll cost you a lot less money. This bed is like ice. It's composite plastic and everything slips and slides all over the place. This is a must-have accessory for your new Toyota Tacoma. Number 2, door sill protection. Let's take a look inside, and I have customs on mine. You don't have to have customs, although I really love these. You can get them without your logo and stuff on them. Some of them have mountains and other designs, but something to protect the door sills of the truck, because there's nothing worse than noticing you have a bunch of scratches and even chips in the door sill from getting in and out with your shoes rubbing across there. And if you get a rock or a little pebble or something stuck in the tread of your shoe, it's going to be like sandpaper on there, and you're not going to like what it looks like. So just a simple door sill protector, both the front and the back, because if you have little ones, you know they're going to be scraping all across there every time they get in and out of the truck. Now, while we're back here, you may notice they're dirty, but all-weather floor mats. I've got them in the front, and I highly suggest the single piece, the one-piece style. That way you get coverage over the hump in the center, and it protects all of the carpeting back here. And again, if you have little ones and they're eating back there or maybe drinking something and spill it, these things do a great job, the all-weather floor mats, in containing the spill. You know, I'd much rather have a little bit of juice or something like that sitting in the floor mat than having it embedded in my carpet. Same thing in the front. Of course, they're single pieces. The all-weather floor mats. I mean, look how dirty this thing is. Just the dust and stuff. I mean, if you have allergies and things and you're inhaling that, it can bother you. But it also obviously keeps the carpet nice and clean. Now, my truck didn't even come with anything. A lot of times the Tacoma will come with those old cheapo thin carpeted mats. They don't last long. Typically they wear through, and then you're going to have an ugly looking piece in your brand new gorgeous Tacoma. Next up, a center console organizer. You know, I've had trucks without these in them before, Tacomas, and without it there, let's pull it out, it's a cavernous hole down there. I mean, look, stuff just laying in there. I have the organizer and I still have stuff down there. But this thing just keeps everything nice and neatly organized so that you can actually find it when you want to get something. And I would put the things that you use most frequently. Obviously, a little bit of change. Here's mine my adapter for the wheels, since I have the supposedly theft-proof lug nuts on my aftermarket wheels. A little cable for charging the phone, and a lottery ticket that I've never checked. That could be worth millions. I have no idea. But definitely a center console organizer to keep things in their place where they should be. Now, while we're inside and we're talking about organizers, let's talk about this little pit here. You know, look how nice and neat that is. right? You've got everything organized in there, nothing all jammed in. And I've gone without these before, and it seems that everything is everywhere. When I want to pull out my registration, for example, when it's time to pay for that, I can never find it because it's all a mess in there. But now it's all neatly organized, keep things in its place, and also keeps things from bouncing around all over the place in there. You notice I have the orange window breaker there, just in case, I should ever be trapped in my Toyota Tacoma. But it doesn't even move around in there. You can see where it's sitting. It's stayed there since day one. Great thing to have, and none of these cost a fortune either. They're pretty inexpensive. And of course, you can do them yourself. You don't need to go somewhere and have somebody throw in a floor mat or a center console organizer. It's plug and play. Lastly, and this is really kind of a bonus, and I guess it's more personal preference, but that is window tint. For me, it's a necessity. The sun bothers my eyes. And if you're driving the freeway at night, maybe you're going home from work or in the mornings, depending on the lovely time change, the sun invariably is blasting in that side window. And when you need to merge into traffic, there's nothing worse than glancing over your shoulder and being blinded by that bright ball in the sky. This hugely cuts down on that. Of course, it keeps the interior a little bit cooler and just makes the driving experience a bit more pleasant. I don't know how anybody goes without them. Every time I trade out the truck and get something new, of course, there's a period of time that I don't have the window tint in, and man, I cannot wait to get to the shop and have it installed. And by the way, I know there are kits out there that you can do yourself. I would highly recommend having a professional do it, unless you are a professional, because I've never seen a tint job done by a rookie or an amateur that looks good. I'll tell you, I tried to do it once myself. It was a nightmare. That's another thing that's an art. The folks that do it are typically very good at doing it, and it always comes out really well and lasts a long time. So anyway, those are just a few 6 things, the only Toyota Tacoma accessories that you really need. Of course, you can get into other things like exhausts and cold air intakes, grills, lighting. There are a myriad of things that you can do, fortunately, for the Toyota Tacoma to make it even better. But these things are the only accessories that you really need. Leave a comment. Let me know. Did I miss anything? Is there another really important functional accessory that I've left off? I'd be curious to know. Also, if you didn't in the beginning, make sure you smash that subscribe button and click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. I do have 2 additional channels, Robmotive JT, all about Jeep Gladiators, and Robmotive FST, all about full-size trucks. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.